Absolutely loved it. I think it's so sick the way you can just connect with people all over the world. Right, so Capricorn, in the challenge position, we've got the Page of Swords, the Four of Wands, the King of Wands, and the Four of Pentacles. So let's look at them both ways. So if we had all the cards in the current position, oh, for goodness sake, why have I just dropped that? It's okay. This is what feet are for. Right, the Page of Swords. We would have watching, observing, trying to gain facts, information. The Four of Wands is stability, is the 11-11 card. It's about having a public commitment, public union, a stable home. You're exclusive to one another. It's a marriage or certainly a commitment living together, and everyone knows about it, you know, in the town. It's widely celebrated. So that's in combination with the King of Wands. Now, the King of Wands is upright, so it's someone really confident. Okay, the King of Wands has responsibilities. He's goal orientated. It's Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Solar plexus activated, confident, assertive, self-motivated, highly driven. Okay, in the masculine energy, they go for what they want. Yeah. And then we've got the Four of Pentacles. So it looks like someone who's looking to purchase a house or going towards a property, or honouring some sort of next goal, next commitment. The Four of Pentacles, when it's upright, is saving money, conserving money. It's the Miser card. When it's reversed, it's the outgoings of money. It's like, right, I'm ready to purchase, I'm ready to spend. Okay, so yeah, I don't know why there's so many people watching in India then, if it's near midnight. I don't know, but seem to have have mostly like Americans watching. Then it's UK, then India, I think. Oh, I said I was going to discuss them because they're in the challenge. I said I would look at them the opposite way as well. So if this were the other way around, we would have the miser holding on to wealth, conserving it, not spending anything. We would have the King of Wands reversed, which is like overbearing, dominating energy, controlling. Then we would have instability, and then we would have like looking away, you know, blocking communication, ignoring. So with those being in the challenge, it's like it's to do with stability, it's to do with investment. Like, if you're going to be overly controlling, you get to hold on to money, but you don't get to find stability. If you like spend the money and make the purchase, you get stability. I don't know, it's something like that. Could be to do a purchase in a property or making a commitment in love. Like, you got to speculate to accumulate, right? I think something really, the biggest thing I've ever purchased was a car. and, you know, several £1,000s, it is overwhelming and you feel a sense of responsibility. I feel that, you know, the thought of like having a mortgage, I wasn't ready for that years ago. Absolutely not. No way. You want to see the weather in the UK? I'll show you what the weather's like here. It's cloudy. It's cloudy and rainy today. But we have had months of blue sky. We've had months of blue sky. Very, very lucky with the Amiga situation. Unlucky for the other countries, like Lanzarote. They had all of our rain. The Page of Wands, excitement. Okay, being excited for a new adventure. I tell you what's similar to having a mortgage is like when you get a car on finance. Oh my goodness me, like the worry of that and like all that money going down the drain. Not being able to like pay it each month, like it's very, yeah, like because I don't feel that way about renting homes or anything, because you just give your notice and you can end the agreement. With car finance, you're locked in, aren't you, for a decent amount of time, but with mortgages it's like that 10 times. Yeah, it's a huge commitment. Look, there's a lot of fear and anxiety here. I've probably made it worse. I am a naturally anxious person, though. Okay. That's just my mum and dad saying they're going for a walk. Right, so this is the major for Pisces. In the story of the major arcana, the fool realizes that he must walk forwards anyway, even though some things are hidden, things are unknown. We can't project ahead and know everything before we go into it, but we must just do it anyway. You know, when you start a new job, it's never as bad as it. Your first day is never as bad as what you think it's going to be. It's actually all right, and then you feel a bit silly, a bit foolish for like worrying so much. This is what the moon card is all about. It's about having, you know, the fear but doing it anyway. With this being reversed, it's like the fear is a little bit too much. It's making us feel like we shouldn't proceed. Right, let's see what's coming out. You're showing up as, were you showing up as a king? King of Wands. Let's see if anyone's showing up in your reading that you're dealing with, thinking about, or manifesting in. How are they feeling? Okay, someone's heartbroken. They're utterly heartbroken. They've got the Three of Swords upright. They've got that in combination with the King of Swords reversed and the Queen of Pentacles upright. The Ten of Wands. Wow. Someone's showing up in your reading that's going through a breakup. King of Swords is it's like heavy air, so Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Let's talk about them one at a time. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. When the King of Swords is upright, it's someone who is very cerebral, logical, intelligent. They enjoy to think through everything for a long time before making moves. They're a strategist. Nothing's done on a whim. It's done based on facts and thinking things through. They're a person that enjoys to serve. They like acts of service. They serve their community. They help people. They like to feel useful. They can come off a bit businesslike, okay, a bit like cold or unemotional, more like they might use business talk like regards or apologies. They can be a little bit, it can almost be like, that's a bit detached. When they're reversed, when swords are wielded in the wrong way, they can either block communication, because swords are communication, or they can be very manipulative and say things that are nasty, or say things to get you to behave the way that they want you to behave. This is a fantastic communicator, someone who's good at writing, good at talking, public speaking. They're able to think on their feet. So that's very positive when it's upright, but it can be used against us when it's in its reverse. Okay. So that's in combination with a Queen of Pentacles who's upright. Now, that's earth energy. Pentacles are money, time, and energy. General investment. Someone that's good with earning money, good with spending money. Their love language will be to buy things for people. You know, if they really feel like someone's been good to them, they care about them, they will buy them something nice, just to express, that they love them. They're more materialistic. Okay, this person's more philanthropic, more about community and other people. This person's more about things and stuff. So they don't necessarily suit each other 100%, but I mean, people are just different anyway. She is upright, so she's a generous person. Now, I'm saying he and she because that's the characters on the cards, but you can be male or female. It's just that's a more masculine energy, and this person's more in the feminine energy. So this is a nurturer, someone that's concerned with, everybody in their life. They're always thinking about others. This is someone that's thinking about the greater good, making the tough decisions, being more streamlined in their thinking. The 10 of Wands is heavy burden for a long time. 10 is the end of a cycle. The cards run from 2 through to 10. Aces represent 1. The Fool is 0. So we're at the end of a cycle of challenges, obstacles, things that's been really tough, and there's heartbreak. So having discussed all of the cards in the order that they're in, I see a divorce or separation happening here. I think this is someone that's showing up in your future. I don't think you're involved with them. You mean you feel like you're the ones on this side? Or the King of Swords? Oh, really? I'm just talking to people in the chat. I bet people watch this on TikTok later on and they're like, who is she talking to? Let's get some more cards for how they're feeling then. The Magician. The Magician has all 4 aces. They have the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Wands, the Ace of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. They have the money to invest. They have the ambition. They have the time, the energy, the enthusiasm, the knowledge, the facts, the strategy. They have the empathy. You know, they're able to stay calm, to be patient. This is someone that they feel that they've got all the tools, and they have got them. It's in the upright. It's not just a state of mind, it's reality, okay? Yeah, that's another thing that could be happening, is you could be showing up as the King of Swords reversed, and they could be the Queen of Pentacles, and it could be the two of you dealing with heartbreak or separation. That's another possibility. Now we've got a King of Cups reversed. The King of Cups upright is someone who's got the feels. They're very patient, they're calm, they're understanding, very generous of heart. They don't lose their temper like hardly ever. When this is reversed, though, it's emotion used in a bad way. So maybe it's someone over emotional or under emotional. They might have gone cold instead of being warm and gooey. They might have just turned off their emotions. Okay, the cups might be empty. If cups are turned upside down, the water is lost, the emotion is lost. Or it can be over emotional, like too much emotion, you know? The Ace of Swords. So this is major clarity, a major truth, major revelation, a confession. It could be any of those things. It's some sort of like thought or communication that's significant. That's in the outcome. Let's get two more for the outcome. I mean, you are the goat, Capricorn, so you're someone that the sky's the limit. You will always find a way to the top. You're very determined, you know, look at the expression on the goat's face. You always find goats like halfway up a dam that's like several miles high, you know, on vertical. Or you find them like in just the most like treacherous of positions, but then unfazed by it. They're just really bizarre, aren't they? Like they're just you can't believe how they manage it, but they do it, you know, and they get down like very competently. The Emperor, what is going on here? So this is the major arcana for Aries. Now the Emperor has all four kings. So in the outcome, someone's incredibly accomplished, confident, they have all four aces. This is a major truth, a major revelation. There's huge clarity over this Emperor. He's the highest status in the tarot deck. Someone's in their divine masculine, like, I am, you know, unstoppable. I'm in control. I know what I'm doing. I have strategy. I have confidence. I have ambition. I'm calm. I'm patient. I have, you know, I have the ability to make a lot of money. This person very, very, if they were reversed, they would be overly domineering, controlling, but they're not. They're using that power in a good way. They're managing everything efficiently. They've leveled up. The Fool reversed is, well, the Fool upright, it's more Aries energy, okay? It's someone who's willing to take a leap of faith into a new chapter. With any kind of new adventure, whether that be love, career, health, you know, relocation, there's a certain amount of risk involved. Okay, but the Fool has a belief that everything will be right, it will have been the right decision. When it's reversed, it can be like, I don't want to take this leap because it's reckless, or I'm leaping without really knowing, you know, it wouldn't be an educated or calculated risk. It's just like insanity kind of thing. So either someone's jumping without having done the research, or they don't want to jump because they haven't got the facts, they haven't got the research to kind of like make them think this is a good option. But with the Emperor being upright and the major clarity, I would say that the in the outcome there's going to be a risk taken, you know, because why would we have this major clarity? I don't know. So just to recap and refresh, you're showing up as the King of Wands. They're showing up. On their side, let's say they've got the King of Swords reversed, the Queen of Pentacles upright. They've also got the King of Cups reversed. And then in the outcome, we've got the Emperor. On your side, you're showing up as a page, and you're showing up as, you know, being excited but fearful. There's this like, you know, do I go for this decision? I'm doing research. Do I go for this decision and make this investment? Something's been a real struggle and it's caused heartbreak. Then we've got the Magician. So they feel like they've got all the tools to succeed. Maybe they become over emotional about it, because why would you be under emotional about it? Unless they decide to take emotions out of it. It seems like a positive result, you know? In the outcome, we haven't got like pentacles facing down, you know, we don't have cups showing regret. Like, I'm trying to think of what it would be if it was bad news. Maybe it'd be the Five of Cups, or the Eight of Cups would be separation. The Five of Cups or Five of Pentacles would be loss of money, loss of a relationship, partnership. The Five of Swords will be verbal disagreements. The Five of Wands will be physical altercations or inner conflict, dispute. We don't have anything that looks really negative. We just don't, because I would tell you. There's so many cards that could have come out that haven't. So whether you become the Emperor or they do, there's a risk taken, and it could be perceived as a reckless one, but it looks like it goes ahead. Let's get clarity. I mean, this is a love reading, but finances affect love and whether we feel open to it, whether we have stability, if we got our ducks in a row or not. You know, how we conduct ourselves with people is governed by how our finances are, because if we don't feel like we're in a position for love, we tend to not invest in people until we are in that position. Look, mechanical, going through the motions, checked out, routine. This kind of shows a less than enthusiastic, to say the least. Someone who's just, they've checked out, they're going through the motions, you know. In a relationship reading, this is someone that's just in something because it looks right, you know, or they've already put so much into it that it kind of would be too whimsical to kind of throw it away, but their heart's not really in it. Brief affair, brace for a sudden ending, short but sweet, can't last. Trusted ties. Build rapport, believe in mutual respect, and respond with understanding. Capricious. Children are involved or someone is being immature. Playful innocence. Embrace a childish spirit where baby steps lead to joy, not seriousness. I'm reading both of these because I wasn't sure which way that came out. There does seem to be a lot here about being on like two different pages. Like one person wants to take a leap of faith and the other wants to be cautious. Let's get a confession. You are the only one I see. Self-indulgence, focus on self, self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, and self-appreciation. Someone has, they've had their heart broken and they're trying to heal. Okay, they need like a period of like alone time because there's been a huge disappointment. Communicate, compromise, forgive, and work it out. So how we feel when something first happens evolves, you know, how we feel changes and how we view a situation and its outcome. Like we start to feel differently, don't we, as we heal. We can look at things in a different way. We can feel a bit lighter about it. When it first happens, you know, we're so like down about it, but it's saying there's a need to communicate. Okay. Oh, thanks, Louise. We've got trust. Guard your heart. Not everyone deserves your trust. Ooh. Let's get messages from them. I want a fresh start with you. That will be the Ace of Wands, that number 1, because that's about a fresh start, being excited and enthusiastic for a rebirth, a do-over, approaching things differently, you know, but together. Your family won't like me. 3 is the number of community, so they're worried about judgment from people that know you. I want you to choose. Okay, so they want to feel that you are still enthusiastic about this. Can you see all these cards? I hope you can. Right, so over the Ace of Swords now, which is major clarity. Wrongful advice. So someone they spoke to gave them some poor advice about this situation. The Emperor, sorry, my voice went there. The Emperor upright. And they've realised that they've had bad advice now. They sought counsel, you know, from the wrong person. Now's not the time, okay? So someone's taking control and deciding this isn't the right time. Will you choose me? So the Fool's reversed. Will you choose me? Four's a number of stability, and the fact that it says, will you choose me, it's like they want commitment. When will be the right time then? Distract yourself from the waiting game, okay? It will become clear when it's the right time. Right, let's get some advice for Capricorn. Spirit, what is your advice for Capricorn, please? If this resonates for them. Safety. Don't be too proud to go back to shore. It's okay to go back on a decision. You know, if you swim out and it's stormy and it's not the right time, go back. Don't be too proud to like undo something that was maybe a poor decision. Whoops. Don't know why I'm throwing that around. Your past supports your future. Everything you've experienced, it's not for nothing. You're going to take this knowledge and you're going to use it and you're going to apply it, you know, to have a more confident future. It looks like there's a little moon in there as well, doesn't it? And then one last advice, straight out. Everything turns to light. I work to improve myself, embrace all that life brings to me, and transform darkness into light. I allow myself to grow and become stronger. How nice is that? That's beautiful. Very encouraging, really supportive, and that's from a different deck. That's from a totally different deck. And it's the same message. All right, I hope that resonates for some people out there. If you liked it, give it a like. If you think it would be useful for people that you know or someone that you know, please share the channel. We're on the road to 500, very, very close. I'm going to have to take my jumper off, I'm boiling. I've been like on, off, like with the layers all day. Okay, so we are going to be moving on to Aquarius. I think I should do some general readings, actually, like past, present,